Welcome to Nevermind The Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind The Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you by a generous donation, sponsorship, grant. Basically, my boy Joe hooking us up from Independent Independent Creator Directory. Your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, musicians, and proofreaders, plus flatters, letterers, people who can help you make your comic or literary work happen. If you're looking to find these people without all the hazards and gobbledygook of scrolling everywhere else, consider joining the Independent Creator Directory. We are also brought to you by sales of my books. These books include, but are not limited to, The Simple Sword, The Fighting Axe, and The Simple Spear. All part of my ongoing series of teaching you how to become the kind of hero you always wanted to be by learning the art of swordsmanship. With the Simple Sword alone, you can go from I've never held a blade to being able to teach people if you practice what's in there. I do my drills every single night before bed. You can too. But I know the sword is not the end all and be all. It is just the beginning of the journey. So I've created also the Fighting Axe and the Simple Spear in my ongoing series. Friends, this is a great reference for authors. This is a great reference for actual martial artists. This is a great reference for anyone who wants to depict sword fighting. We're also made possible by the Big Stompy Robots Core Rule Book. This book is your journey into the wonderful world of Praxis 5, a sci-fi adventure wasteland where megacorps have settled into a flightless planet, and walking engines of destruction stride across a futuristic battlefield, laying waste in the names of, money, be they mercs or corporate hounds. Consider this book. I did all the game design, art, works. This is a wonderful resource. There are also 2 novellas in the series and several more to come, including Small Arms, the story of a man in the wrong place at the right time who might just start the next megacorp war if he doesn't keep this little girl safe, and eyes to the sky. I could tell you a lot about it, but I'm going to give you spoilers instead. Zombie mecha from outer space. If that doesn't just send a chill to your bones, I know what will. Through the Thinning Veil, my anthology, new this year, guys. Get your paws on this. 7 stories rooted in either absolute fiction or the period of time when I was a paranormal consultant and active and not retired. That's retired. Tired again. Usually at the same BS. But folks, have a spook or 3 on me. All right, read these. Enjoy it. Now we're going to get into my accountability there. First and foremost, I'm coming down with a bit of a seasonal allergy attack due to the fact that they took out the whole crop yards, and I was grilling and maybe had a little too much of the grill smoke. So my voice is cutting in and out, and I made the rather wise and shockingly surprising decision not to blow my voice out. The other thing is over on the other screen. I was engaged in something I don't normally let myself do, certainly not during the morning, but I will share a brief preview of what I was doing, if it lets me. I There we go. I was working on a picture for my lovely wife. Oh, we don't need that banner right now. So, just having a wonderful time. And the thing about art is it tends to put me in a very mellow mood. Now, lately, almost all the digital art I've done live in front of you guys, which is wonderful. I love my art time with Nick shows. Please see the streams. And if not, check out the time lapses. Just watch in a few seconds. So a wonderful picture draw itself before your very eyes. If that's not magic, I don't know what is. But sometimes you just want to chill. Now, I made some choices last night. And I decided after my lovely wife went to bed to watch a movie I have not, if I've ever seen it, I haven't seen it since I was very young, called The Fog, a John Carpenter production from 1980, featuring a lot of the alumni from Halloween, his penultimate slasher flick, in my humble opinion. I'm sorry, ultimate, not penultimate. But just about the grandest slasher flick ever made, because John Carpenter understood something that no one in modern horror seems to get these days: suspense. The art of the slowly twisted screw. Add the appropriate breaks. You really need to read or listen to the interviews with Alfred Hitchcock when you're talking about a long-term suspense action, because you have to build it and then let it go. And the kinds of suspense. One of my favorite types of suspense is when there's a bomb in the room that the viewers know about, but the characters don't. It's maddening. And I love it. But I am a grown man. I am 42 years old. I've been shot at and missed, pooped at and hit. And danged if that era of movie does it still get me. And living across a bunch of fields where the temperature wildly fluctuates and low creeping fogs come across during the evenings might be something to remember when one watches a movie like The Fog. So I had myself a grand time quite late last night and woke up surprisingly early for me. So I got set up, and instead of just pacing around and and my usual morning shenanigans, I indulged in a little bit of artwork on my fancy damn computer because to me this is still basically sorcery. It's amazing. Now, on that art news, I have some news that I find incredibly significant. I do not know if it's being rolled out for Windows 11 or waiting till Windows 12. So bear with me. But apparently, Paint, our beloved original how to use a mouse trainer, and one of the still the most viable and beloved art programs in existence, the little freebie that comes with your box when you turn it on, will be getting layers finally. This is not for the literary folks, may or may not care about this, but this is going to tap into the soul of a large number of artsy types. So I am utterly delighted. Now, as for accountability, more literary, I have been busy. Uh, I've been working on Haints and Hellfire, and Trelena, you do have the secret link to see, so that you may suffer. I would love to know if she has or not, because I haven't heard back. I've also been starting the prep for some big, big things, because tomorrow, Thursday, September 28th, 2003, will be the start of this year's Leafy Moss. So, all of you who know me on Facebook and want into the secret folder to add and then download whatever you want of our assorted creations so that we can all exchange stories and read great stories into the spooky season and beyond, uh, hit me up. The doors will be opening up then. So maybe, you know what, let's put out a challenge. Let's do that. Not a big word one. I'll go a couple hundred words. Something you can knock out as you have time. Uh, Spooky stories to go in the Leafy Moss folder. If spook isn't your jam, something set in spooky season. Okay? So if you're writing your pulp horror heroes, it might be time for them to have to deal with the supernatural threat. If you're doing a romance, cool. You know? Uh, Temptations around trick or treating. I don't know. But and there's no money for this. This is not a paid thing. This is just a flat out fun little challenge. And I'll give you through from now till the 7th to get it in the the Leafy Moss folder. And then mark it Leafy Moss Challenge 23 and the title when you title your document and you put it up there. I'll read through it and maybe I'll pick out the best. I might even do something snazzy like artwork on them. We'll see if you care to engage. I may even throw one in there too, assuming I'm allowed to get off my sorted other projects. But that's coming down the line, as is the ongoing game for several other projects. Now, I expected the last couple turnouts, I wasn't sure anyone was even going to be here. You guys have been very busy, hence having my art set up. But it looks like we've got a really busy chat. So I'm going to run Joe's link. I have not forgotten Grant. Grant, I've tried to fight the good fight on that one. I will do a workaround later in the program for for your new ad. We will see if I can get it to work. Okay. With that, my good friend Joe has something he wants to say to you about Independent Creator Directory, and that'll give me a chance to tinker with some other things. See you in a minute and a half.
Hi, I'm Joe Bachman with the Independent Creator Directory, and we're going to talk about what is the Independent Creators Directory today. Well, this was created so that creators of various disciplines could have a space to list links to their works to promote themselves and also promote other creators that they know. This also gives them a way of having all their links stored so that if by chance they get the ban hammer from any of the major social media networks, they still have a place they can send people to be able to look at what they've created. To become a member, just go to indiecd.org, click on Become a Member in the top right. It's a $20 lifetime fee that also includes updates to your page whenever you have new works that come out. All you have to do is contact me. I am the one that sets up your page for you. I am also the one that does all the updates for you. You'll also have access to the back end for a blog if you're wanting that feature. And I can also grant you access to the calendar to be able to add in any events that you may be going to. For any other questions you may have, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook, on the Independent Creator Directory Facebook page, or by emailing me at jbachman@indiecd.org. Thank you and have a great day.
Let me see. Are we back? Give me a second. I'm hopping multiple windows here. And we will see if we can get audio through this ad. So let's see. Present. Share screen. No. We're going to see if we can't get this ad to work.
He's always knew there was something special about her cat, but she's still shocked when he opens his mouth to tell her bitches had a vision. An ancient evil that's focused after centuries of sleep, and only one man can stop it, the legendary warrior, Baal. Unfortunately, it's been over 1,000 years since he slayed the giant, and he's been reincarnated as this guy. His name is Victor, and he's more unemployed millennial slacker.
Alrighty. Close that. Okay. There we are. Alrighty. I hope that works out for you guys. And I hope there's audio. If not, I'll run the old one for Grat. But I said I'd try, and I'm doing my best workarounds. My voice is cutting in and out. But folks don't come to this show to see me. I am aware of this. Folks come to this show because you want to hear about your comments, and it looks like it played through. So we're having some difficulty with uploading videos. It's getting very persnickety about formats. I'm going to have to fight the good fight, so we shall see. But first through the door at 9:23 was Joe Bachman. Good morning and happy hump day, folks. Hey, Joe. Hope you're having a happy hump day. A big shout out to you and the wonderful folks that are going to be doing Dark at the Park at Twin Oaks Park. I want to say the 28th, 29th, and 30th of October. Check my days. Get me you know what? I'll try to get that image. Or message me the image for it so I can at least flash that up and see if I can get some more people to come to your program. Now, folks, please, I'm getting into their comments. They matter. Please like, share, and subscribe, not for my humble shenanigans, but for theirs. Morning, Joe. Morning. And good morning, Alec. I hope you're having a good one. Morning, Alec. How are you on this moist day? Joe loves to get the word moist in whenever he can. And good morning, Carl Witzman, author of The Mad Gasser of Mattoon County. I hope he does some more things. And we've got good morning, Carl. So we got greetings. I'm doing okay. Walk through the grass and now my socks are wet. How about yourself, Joe? Oh God, wet socks. Wet socks are the absolute worst. Finally, Joe, I finally got enough quiet time to listen to the Indie CD podcast about myself and Dan. Awesome job. Joe is an amazing podcaster, and you should all be listening to that, somebody throw the link in the chat when we get to it again so that we can promote the NDCD podcast. Wait, are you walking in the wet grass in just your socks? You'll catch your death of cold. Oh, see, Uncle Carl cares. Doing all right, working in the office today since nothing is happening on the job site. It's running software updates for the NDCD right now. You are a great man, Joe Bachman. I'm sitting here with the stabbing pain of kidney stones this morning. Kids, don't do whatever causes kidney stones. I know energy drinks do. Certain forms of alcohol have been linked to them. You have my condolences. Thanks, Carl. I know I'm a few weeks behind on releasing new episodes. I need to sit and write my next one in the next day or two and get it recorded. As if you aren't busy enough, Joe, but we appreciate it. And here it is, HTTPS podcasters.spotify, pod show, independent creator direct episodes, episode 4, Carl Witzman, Dan Hollifield. Wonderful. I've never had kidney stones, but from what I've heard, I wouldn't wish them on my worst enemy. Nor would I. You describe my books better than I do. Haha, people will ask and my mind goes blank. Even the elevator pitch disappears. Isn't that the way it is? That's just the way it is. Ain't nothing gonna change. Okay. I was, Carl. Had to go to the trash can, but in just my socks. And clothes, of course, but you know. No shoes. Didn't have time for shoes. Oh, no. Some people told me kidney stones are worse than having a baby. I didn't believe it until Mother 2 told me the same thing. I will tell you this. My father had to pass them. He'd been shot several times. You know, he'd been shot up in Vietnam, blown up in Vietnam. He still has white phosphorus scars. He said it was worse than that. Alex, clothes, shoes, no time. Got to get the trash can. I'll put on some socks. Jeez. No, I'm not even, no. Nah, who has time for dressing? Bah. Hey, Alex, I would rather have my socks than shoes. Wet shoes, the worst. I can sort of see that. Good morning, Donna. Hi, Donna. Carl says, actually, I've been retired for about 3 years, and I still get dressed like I'm going off to work. It's sad. Now, see, I will tell you the opposite. Since my health hit decline and I stopped working outside of the house, I tried to avoid polo shirts like the plague because they were the uniform of my oppressors. I have one that is a vaguely Hawaiian print that I wear because it's so defiantly spiteful. But I fully get that. Now, having the fact that I lost fine motor skills for about 2 years and the strength to do things like operate buttons, my wardrobe got very casual indeed. However, one adapts. We find ways. And I do find when we talk about what do you have to do to be motivated to get up and do what you do in the morning. And hey, Donna, it's sad, Carl. Good morning. Good morning, Don. Now, folks, I'm going to run ads for other people, but I don't have a great ad for Dawn. But I will tell you this. She is the creator of Dawn's Fashionable Felines, the misadventures of Georgette and Buddy, 2 ginger cats on a mission for mayhem. And I like the stories enough. I did my humble little fan art twice, and then I actually did a photo manipulation to get them both on the same screen. That's saying something. Follow her on Facebook. She has neat stuff, and she may accidentally promote really neat people. Now, where was I in my comments? No, I am not. Okay, I've got comment dump. One moment. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Doom, 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 doom. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Now I have to find my current comment. There we are. And I got comment dump while correcting the comment dumps. I love you guys. It's so good to have you back. And everybody's greeting each other. Okay. The kidney stones are not so bad now that I've just ripped a Band-Aid off my hairy. Why are you self-flagellating, Carl? Have you sinned in such a way that you feel you need punishment? Please, lay down on the sofa. I will get to my noting book. How do you feel about your mother? Anyway. Dawn, the queen of memes. Morning, Dawn. Carl, do what Google says. Drink apple cider vinegar. We are not giving medical advice. I can't confirm or deny that, so I'm not going to. Ha ha! Ouch, Carl. I feel for you. Accountability. Waiting for Donna's proof of copy for her new book to get back. Okay. I'm sorry I'm watching something occur in the background that surprised me. Getting a little done on the spy novel? Maybe it will be finished by 2024. Vinegar? You. After all the other substances... Tell you what, just throw a shot back in the middle of the green room. You probably won't notice it. Anyway, still can't figure out the Queen of Memes thing. Not sure where John was coming from. But at least it tastes better like apple. I think it might be a compliment. Yep. We're a complimentary show. Hey, Joey Alicano. Maybe. Yes. Look, when someone hands you a crown, you put it on your head and you wear it. Yes, please. Accountability. Still the same as Monday's show. I would go back and watch that if you haven't already. Indeed. Yay, I got paid today. Woo! Oh, yes, today is one of the paydays, isn't it? I'm going to have to check my bank account because I could use a little pay. Nice, Donna. We're always happy. That's great, Donna. Let's see. Tomorrow is my pain management doc appointment, so I will know more about HC after. HC, and thank you for the accidental chiropractic. Yeah. Payday is a great day always. Let's hope it's good news. Carl is offering a sane and rational approach. I could just bundle you and Donna in bubble wrap and toss you in the back of the van. Right? I've been threatened with that before. With some astronaut diapers, you'll just be fine. Bubble wrap doesn't work. Pop's too easy. Packing peanuts. Nuts. Even the big bubbles? I'm not as concerned as I probably should be. Alec, if ever there were truer words about your participation in this program, I'm not concerned as I probably should be. Maybe the finest. I'm not taking them prisoners for my cult, if that's what you're thinking. These people are here voluntarily. Yes, voluntarily. It's all voluntary. We have seen the light. Would you like some Kool-Aid? Yep, Nick's drank the Kool-Aid. Actually, Nick drank the... Not sponsored by Cheap Bootleg Mio, but it keeps me going. The lemonade is actually just tart enough that it really does give you a good morning. These two gals are going for the cult of Dan. I mean, old Dan. Use his title appropriately. And if people don't know, there was some artwork that inspired a story about old Dan. I'm very proud of that. Ha-ha! Morning, all. Morning, Nick. Morning, Joe. Joe is stopping by for his 3 times a week promotional visit, and I am glad to see it. You got to tell me about your accountability, my friend.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Support Joe D. McPhee because he's a neat guy. Yes, he has a distinct style, and yes, he does use DAZ 3D for his animations. But I want to put something out there. A lot of people have given Joe credit about that, and I want to just back Joe up a little bit. Unsolicited, but I don't care. We are living in the era where people are typing in prompts and having AI generate the images and the art. Joe may be doing completely, doing comics that are completely posed and rigged and all that, but he is doing the posing and the rigging, dang it. And that is an art form that deserves respect. So I will go to bat for Joe out of left field because I think somebody needs to right now. I support individual creators. Let's see. I thought it was Cult of Chris this year. Hey, Joe D. Current accountability, working on the next SOC Dawn meme. Oh my. Hey, Joe. Dawn meme. The cult of Dan and Chris. There is no Chris. There's no Chris that could stand before the might of Dan. I'm sorry. Chris is great. All the Chris's I know are great. And this is including like the Chris's I don't know but respect, like Hemsworth. But no. Dan is Dan. Accountability. Announce the upcoming crowdfunding campaign for PSN4. Nice to see Primetime Saturday night come back. And most of the quick Kickstarter stage together. I secretly previewed it to a few people. I still have to add rewards to it. Groovy. Get that knocked out. Get your stuff. Get your money. Have a good one. You deserve it. Morning. We got greetings. The actual video sounded much better than the actual page. On the actual page. Okay. My friends have made way too many memes about me. I needed someone to be my friend. Insert me. Maybe send me an angel, the nicest one you have. Insert chaotic picture of my friend laughing. Nick was about a minute late. I was right here, but I was drawing at the time, and then I had to turn off all the alarms known to man and start things up. Get ready to mute. No, not today, but you didn't know that. Here's a topic for discussion. What places outside of Facebook have people tried to promote themselves? Recently, I've decided to poke around Reddit a bit. Well, I have been fairly active, not as much lately, on Twitter, X, Twix, whatever you want to call it. I do a lot of YouTube discussion, which, anytime I'm doing a show, it includes a type of promotion. It's just the nature of being a broadcaster. Do Facebook. I've dabbled a little bit in Reddit, but I'm finding it's a little rough. So, and I am currently on literally more social media than I can keep track of, trying to find my place. And being a group moderator of a bunch of stuff is rather challenging sometimes. So there is that too. Reddit, oh my God. Found independent creator subreddit and a independent music subreddit. Wonderful. Share those links around, maybe on Facebook. Maybe we can get some people to hop and get some new eyes on things. Morning, folks. Ho, Grant. Hi, Hug. I am well aware of what I am, but only for art. I put a link to indiecd.org on the independent creator subreddit the other day, and when I checked, I had a sudden spike. That's what we want to see. Hey, Grant, good comic review today. You and Angie were pretty lively. Excellent to hear. Nice, Joe. Cool, Joby. Now, that could have been bots. There's no way to be sure, but it still hits on the page, and a hit is a hit. I am rather tired this morning. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to mask and over excess. I haven't even had my oatmeal yet. I honestly, today was the kind of day where I just kind of, some days I feel like the tree frog that I present to all of you in brilliant colors and loud warnings. And some days my inner toad comes out. And honestly, today is the kind of day where I'd normally be wrapped up in one of my green or brown hoodies, slumped down drawing in a very monastery fashion or working. It's just the cool of the air comes in, and it makes me want to sleep, and it makes me want to eat high caloric things, and I forgot to put the roast in the crock pot. Well, I'll do that after the show, and we'll have a late dinner. Let me know if you're still able to get that grab. Well, we found a workaround. I'll have a bunch of time Thursday to work on it. Yay, Joby. I just posted a link to the Independent music subreddit for Dan's music, so I am interested in seeing how that goes. Your hair looks nice. Oh, your hair looks nice, Nick. I know I tell you this all the time, but I think hair's a little mess. I think hair that's a little messy looks better than the do-rag. Well, okay, part of it is, believe it or not, when my hair gets really messy like this, it sort of itches and it's distracting. And earlier in the year, it was nearly 100 degrees in my studio area, so I had to wear that to keep sweat from running down my face and blinding me. But thank you. Good morning, Grant. Got your image. Going to upload that in a bit. Thanks. I love seeing business go. The follower count for Beowulf is still kind of low, so sharing you guys can help me out is truly appreciated. Do it. bit.ly/Beowulf6. Thank you, Grant. I was fighting with my own phone to get the link. Accountability. Time to push for a month with pre-promotion before we start in November. Heck yes. Hey, Jody, let me know if you want to do some cross-promotion. Glad to see that going on in my chat. I love when you guys do business. And we've got greetings. After the show, a new meme has dropped in a certain spot, just saying. Paint is just getting RPG layers? Wow. RPG night? Yes, RPG night is tomorrow. So today and tomorrow will be spent making sure certain maps are set up. Oh, yes, because we definitely need some RPG night goodness in our lives. And things are going to get very spicy for you guys. I just saw it while looking out for something else, Carl, and I'm giving you the same look right now. Oh, no. Grant's stressed out trying to get all the memoirs backers their books before my next Kickstarter launches on Monday to promote Beowulf 6. And, of course, I have bronchitis. Okay. Well, then here's what has to happen. Be mentally prepared to tell folks, hey, I am incredibly ill. I'm getting this out as fast as possible. Let your backers know. Like right now, as soon as this program is over, get on your Kickstarter and put 445. I am doing this as fast as I can. I am ill, but I will get it out to you. And they are going out. That way, no one can complain. Okay? People still will, but the more transparency you show, if there's one thing I've seen from listening to people talk, it's be transparent in everything going on. People usually understand. A lot of the people who support independent creators are independent creators themselves. So the stressing about it won't help. It'll just make you sicker. So take a bit, do some breathing, pull it down, and do what you can at the speed you can do it. Have faith in your fans. Just realized that's tomorrow as well. So did I. Lamau. Poor Grant. I drove my best friend's wife to the DMV yesterday. Since there's very little chance she'll watch this, to be honest, it was super stressful. She's not very good at driving, but also super sensitive to criticism and really gets nervous. I didn't want to criticize her, but I don't want to die. Teaching someone to drive is an experience. She cried most of the way to the DMV worrying about failing, and she cried most of the way back because she failed. In that mentality, she was going to, if you talk to her, you can tell her your friend Nick failed like 3 or 4 times. I lost track of how many times I failed. And most of it was not my fault, but panic never helps. I don't know how my friend deals with her. I could be married to someone like that. Well, it takes all sorts, and maybe her difficulties make her husband feel useful. Sometimes that happens. Yikes, she has some issues. He is way more patient than me. Mooney sighting. Thank you for playing my video, even though you can't get it through to work on StreamYard. Doing the best I can. Like I said, I love to work within StreamYard, but lately it's been a little funky. We will figure it out. Criticism while attempting to get a driver's license is necessary to save folks from possibly dying. Oh, no, you could hear it. I'm sorry, that means there wasn't any sound. Dang it. Hi, Bonzert. Hey, Bonzert. Afternoon, everyone. That would be Bonzert. Hope you're doing well, sir. And October 27th, 28th, and 29th. That is Dark in the Park at Twin Oaks Park. Sorry, that's what I get for trying to do things from memory. But from what I've heard, that is a great haunted attraction kind of scenario. A lot of fun. The people who do it have a blast. It's why I'm not having my Halloween party then. October's a very busy month for me because I know the last weekend in October is always packed. My dad's birthday takes up one weekend in October. It just happens. I don't know what the problem could be. I saved it as a file format you suggested. If anybody knows more about it, the StreamYard, please do. I'm recovering from a migraine today. You have my deepest condolences, Retro Future. I hope you get feeling better. Now we know why he's picking on me too much. Oh my. Good morning. And what caused it? I guess I'll have to suffer through. Yes, for those in Northwest Indiana area, we will be doing Dark in the Park again at Twin Oaks Park, 10/27 to 10/29, $3 entry or a new pair of socks for the River Forest NHS sock drive. Joe, do you want Alex's socks? Oh my God. No, because those are moist. And let's make that clean, dry, new socks, please. My kids. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy them. How does Carl feel about his mother? You really don't want to know. They can learn that, Donna, once I get on comedy stage. Maybe I can added the logo to Dark in the Park in your overlay section. I saw you moving around back there, but I wasn't sure. Let me see what we have. Did our tech fairy leave us a present? Where is it? Yes, he did. So, there we go. I can promote that for a while. We'll just hide that. Dark in the Park 2, October 27th, 28th, and 29th. Opens 6:30 p.m. Twin Oaks Park, 3101 Huntington, New Chicago. Frights, fun, food. Only $3 admission or free if you bring one pair of new socks to donate to the River Forest High School National Honor Society's Socktober Drive. And then HC equals Halcon because I hit the wrong button. But so be there, be square. You know, there we go. Where did everyone go? I don't know. I think that the main villain of Mad Gasser cheerleader would prefer Twitter and Reddit. I can see that. Mainly YouTube, Instagram, and DeviantArt. I forget that DeviantArt has been my home for 19 years, and I forget often to go into the chats and tangle things. But yes, please, I'm going to throw a banner I have not thrown up in a very long time. It should be in here. DeviantArt.com/NickT. This is my home of my art for the last 20 years, folks. Well, I think 19. It's either 19 or 20. I'm right on the cusp of hitting 20 years. I want to say this year. Please go there. It is a wonderful gallery. There's a lot to be found. And I keep my downloads free so that you guys can get access to the art. Enjoy. And if you want to support me, you can always just PayPal.me/Nicholas Tockert. If you decide you want to, reimburse me for these, for getting to see my art. And please don't use my art for commercial use without, reimbursing me. That's a reasonable request, I think. I need to concentrate on the mailing list. That's a good idea. Ooh, Tumblr. I love Tumblr. I need to set up a Tumblr, but I haven't quite. Like I said, I have so many social medias right now. I lose track of where I am. The president's shoelaces are quite delectable. They're flavored vanilla, in fact. Oh, God. Now the Tumblr jokes begin. Grant Lankard, cross promotion. I particular when it comes to that. Let's talk outside of chat for that. We love the Constipated Dragon RPG reference. Okay, Alec. Yep. I won't be able to make it. If I will be anywhere but home, I will be in the back of Carl's van on the way to GA. Hello, I understand that. Make it comfy among the suitcases, bookcases, etc. Suitcase bunks can be awesome. Yes, they can, Robin. I know I have traveled many places surrounded by medieval weaponry. My favorite being the time Mandy and I got wedged on a mattress in the back of a Dodge Ram surrounded by medieval weaponry that was packed around us on our way to Kalamazoo, Michigan, which would have been splendid, except the one of the spears was too long and they had to crack the back door. So any moisture from us would freeze on top of the cab and then snow back down us. It was frightfully cold. Oh, but yes, how are you doing, Robin? Robin has a new video up. I haven't seen it yet because I've been busy working on a lot of things that aren't for this channel, like picking pears and crop work and outside work. But what else have you been up to, Robin? Hello, Robin. Hey, Robin. Have a bag of cat litter on top of tart in the van. Oh my. But with Robin in the chat, I'm going to run her ad because I've had her ad for a while and I am pleased to run it. And here we go.
Hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda. Just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
Robin is a dear old friend and somebody who I've known for a long, long time. Also, a big part of my fixation on torch singers from my youth. But I hope you're doing well, Robin. What have you been up to? And we've got morning, everyone. Morning, Teddy. How are you? Teddy's back drawing on your YouTube channel and been gaming with Dr. Crow on Dr. Crow's Comics Carnival. I think I said that right even. So Teddy's been busy as well. We're getting towards the end. We have 10 more minutes, but it is also Wednesday and Xander hasn't even stirred. So I might just let him sleep in a little bit because I didn't yell loud, so he didn't catch the thing to get up. So he might feel better. Let's see. Oh, and you fixed video editor. You switched video editor, so just figured that out. Wonderful. I am terrible at editing videos. Formatting of any kind is my kryptonite, Achilles heel, utter weakness, which is why I've come to love the StreamYard live stream formatting, because I can get product out there and just, get things done without really having to do the behind the scenes edits. I know I need to, especially because I have to shoot some pre-recorded content for the Historical Fencing Guild very soon. So that's coming down the pipe for me. And Joe says good morning to those who just showed up. And we're glad to have you. Now, since we have some time, let's talk. It's spooky season prep, guys. Spooky season prep means assorted levels of PSA. First and foremost, we're going to mention the PSA. Please do not prank anyone who is a military veteran, especially those who have seen combat. Just don't do it. Don't prank them. Don't mess with them. Be civil. In fact, be very careful whom you do prank. Do not feign actually needing assistance. When walking in the woods, if you hear someone say, "Help me," notify the authorities immediately. I'm serious. Call the cops. If you hear someone yelling, "Help me," if it's a prank, they will get in trouble. But if it's not, you could get in trouble. And at worst, I'd hate to find out that somebody was genuinely hurt and I didn't help them. Searching for someone yourself is probably a bad idea. Beyond that, if you hear voices you don't recognize calling your name in the woods, or whistling, or anything trying to lure you into the dark that you don't understand, or feels like a really good idea and you're not sure why it feels like a good idea, you did it. So to shorten that, if you've heard that up, wow, I bungled that. If you hear spooky stuff in the woods calling you into the woods, no, you didn't. Oh, I like that. So we've got woot, spooky season. Yes, I had to delay some of my decorations, but yes, it is coming. I'm going to the my storage unit, and I'm getting my old decorations finally. It's going to be a really great year for spooky season over here. I'm excited. Oh, you're working on building up some more videos. Excellent. Robin reviews games. And if you ever wanted to review books or comics or anything like this, I think I can get some people who'd be interested in getting you access to their stuff. If there's any of mine you want to review and you haven't had a chance, let me know. And be sure to hit me up for the secret link to the Leafy Mouse folder, Robin. Buddy system on walks. Yes, don't go out alone. Don't go out alone after dark. Guys, it's the time. Strange voices, that's just Tuesday. I grew up in that kind of place. I have lived in that kind of place most of my life. Let's not be stupid as spooky season gets up. If you want to see a haunted house, guys, go to something like Dark in the Park. Do not go breaking into someone's home. Do not go, well, I'm just an urban explorer. Here's the thing. If you can get in there, homeless people can get in there. That means at worst, that is their home. At best, that is their home. Don't be rude. At worst, there are problems. Stupid. Don't be stupid. I want to keep my friends alive and keep my viewers alive. Please spread this message. I'm pretty sure the lady in the woods just want to take a closer look at my pretty face. You know, I want to argue with that, but I'm not sure I can. Read the book and you'll know why. Sorry, hashtag always promote. And good morning, Johnny. Man, you've been putting some banger art out. I can't wait to see more of what you do, bud. Keep hammering that stuff out. Hey, Johnny. And actually, Johnny, I'm going to tell you this. And I have to tell it because Alec is still in the chat. But the kids have found a side entrance to take them right near the gatehouse. That's right, the gatehouse, which shall be new and improved. Yes, Johnny, he's getting good. Johnny knows. Johnny knows. You may not, but Johnny knows. Of course, salutations everywhere. Hey, Donna. I've got to hop. See you all on Friday. You do games, books, and movies. That's correct. So, you folks might want to talk about having Robin Yoda review your videos. Review your videos. Well, I do have some people who make movies, but review your books and games because she's a delightful reviewer, especially video games. I'm certain that when, I don't know if the Big Stompy Robots video game will be right up your alley, but we can talk. And in other things we could do. Yeah, you just let me know if there's anything of mine you want to review. I'll hook you up, Robin. You know how it is. I am now recalling the time I heard, "Help me!" in the woods. I charged in with a hammer. Turned out to be a peacock. Yes, peacocks can make it sound like, "Help me." It's a very distinct sound if you're familiar with them. And we did have a peacock out in the woods. But I will tell you this, and this is a very short story. This is a genuine story from about 6 years ago. Friends cuddle up. I'd been living in, and none of my relatives were watching this. They rarely do, so I don't have to worry about getting in trouble. But I'd been living in the White House on my parents' property for some time, and we were moving. We were actually moving down here. It was my last night over there, and I'd grown up on that property and basically in the former wildlife preserve and now national park across the street, and seen a great many things. I will be able to fill several more books, like Through the Thinning Veil, as part of the Veil series, which I did not mention because I'm not mentioning that. That is a secret, and I said nothing. You have no evidence, no proof. Anyway. So I'm walking out to my mailbox last time, feeling very nostalgic. It's long after sunset. Stars are out. I'm pondering what it means to move, much farther than I've ever lived from my family. The joys and fears of it all. And in the darkened bushes, I hear a twittering, kind of tinkling bell-like noise. And a voice, a high female voice, said, "Hey, Nick, come here." The laugh that came out of my soul was barking and terrible. Because after all the years, after all the stuff I'd seen, they really thought I was going to cross the street in the dark to go lean into some bush because I could hear a voice saying, "Hey, Nick, come here," all sweet and beguiling. And the way I know it was a legitimate trap is there's still a part of me that wishes genuinely I had gone across the street. That longs to have gone across the street and found out what that was. And when I get that goes against my not self-interest, but survival, my self-preservation. I know I'm being messed with because I don't do a lot of things against my self-preservation. And when I do them begrudgingly because they are right and or necessary. If I am being brave, it is because I have to be and there's no other choice. That's not very self-aggrandizing, but it's who I am. But there's a part of me that really wishes I had gone over. But then, who knows? So I'll give you that little one. Don't chase voices in the woods. And always know where your moving water is. That can be really helpful. And if you don't have moving water, well, good luck. Now, and that one is not in my book. That one is just a little gift for you guys to kind of smooth our way into spooky season. A very, very small gift. A tidbit, a taste of what might just be on the edge. Have a good day, Joe. Always. We want you to have a good day. Working on a video script about an Indian rule from the 19th century. Turned out to be quite the rabbit hole. Interesting. Always be nice to the ghost. He should mostly leave you alone. I believe in being civil, but I also I also believe in being smart. And yeah, parameters. They're just like neighbors or large dogs. In fact, I treat most supernatural things like a very, very large dog in the neighborhood that may or may not be that terribly well trained. I like to know exactly where they are, what they're about, or their territory is, so that I can leave them the heck alone. Okay, time to hop. Gotta get things accomplished today. Hop away, Dawn. You have a good one. Have a great rest of the morning, Dawn. Do we have to repair the gate again? We wouldn't have to repair the gate. No. These delightful people found out about Solitaire's secret entrance from his valley to the town back when he was still courting his wife. And they actually followed the side plots instead of setting everyone on fire and getting distracted with things like public bathing for money. It was a very strange campaign I ran over on Red Valkyrie Presents Dice Dudes and Dames. I had a lot of fun, but it was a strange campaign. This has gone some other directions. Also strange, but a lot of fun. Bye, Joe and Dawn. Almost cat lunchtime. Everyone have a good day. Great day. It's okay. You too, Carl. Spoopy story time. Oh, so you're keeping the sequels to that book veiled? Very nice. I'm sorry. I tried to hold it in. Didn't work. I'm not sorry. I wouldn't expect it. Oh, well. So glad I live on the coast. The irony that you're only a few hundred miles north of my origin, and I know that to be some of the most beautiful land in the world. And do I ache for my homeland on days when I look out and I see a sea of corn? Absolutely. Oh, God, what I want to do to visit some key places back there. But that doesn't also present its whole other set of things. Moving water is overrated. Don't go near it. Some of us can't cross it. It's very. Oh, bless you, Johnny. Forest, ocean, and mountains. Yay. I know. Oh, I know. And I envy you. I truly do. My experience has been with ghosts are a bit like bullies throwing tantrums. If you pretend you can't hear them, don't give them occasionally. Yes. The wife is still much more problematic. Although the wife's keeper sent their babies out and they got to meet them. George and Bobby followed us all over Indiana. And when I moved, I farewelled them and left me alone. Well, you also have to figure with as much salt water is in the air, unless they're native to it, that's a spicy place for spooks. It's a different breed, you know. So I understand that. Charcoal. Yeah, Charcoal is staring at me. See everyone Friday. See you, Donna. We're going to keep chatting for a bit because it is Wednesday and I'm not in a terrible hurry. You going to let ghosts talk to you like that, Blue? Assert your dominance. Later, Donna. Have a great day. With that whole situation, I would say it becomes a matter of situation because there are few, and I know I use situation. You have to really think about the context. I have seen so many ghost hunter shows where, oh, they have a ghost. Well, we're going to go in and find out. And they set up a bunch of cameras and they provoke the living heck out of the beastie. And then they leave. Do you realize how rude that is? Not just to the ghost spirit or whatever that may or may not be, but to the residents? Hi, we're going to come in and kick everybody off here. You, F you. Ah, push, push, push. Well, now we're leaving and going home. Have fun with the kicked hornet's nest. Yeah. You know, the other thing that bothers me about most ghost hunters is there's no longevity to it. We're getting communication. Okay, give us a sign. Give us a sign. They've given you signs. Now start asking actual questions, you cowards. Put in the work. Either solve the problem, banish the problem, or leave it alone. Occasionally, the phrase, get out, is perfectly acceptable advice. There have been several places where I've walked in and I've heard, get out. And I did. Walk in, yes. Get out. Door slams. That's enough. You did not realize this place was truly occupied. Have a nice day. And leave, unless I have reason to be there. There was one house we had to get to leave. One of them broke a sliding glass door, and that was kind of the final straw. Yes. When they can move heavyweight things, leave it alone. And see, when I get icky feeling, I leave. Yep. Unless there's a dang good reason to be there, you leave. Now, if you have a dang good reason, then it gets more complicated. Ghost head Nick pulling up. You think you're kidding. No. Out. Out. See, usually though, when I get involved, it's when I was active, retired. I don't want any more 3 a.m. calls. Okay, I got tired of bailing people out who could close their own circles, but most of the time was, hey, there's something going on. Why is someone there? Well, there's something going on. Okay. Yeah, if you go into this part of the woods in this park, you might see a ghost and red eyes. But we went and somebody got real sick from it. And we had to pull them out. And it was this whole drama. Why would you go back? Like, why? I don't understand this. Like, treat it like fleas and ticks, okay? This chunk of the woods is crawling with fleas and ticks. And if you go in, you can see them, and they jump on you, and they try to suck your blood. This is not fun. This is stupid. That chunk of woods we think has a rabid raccoon in it, maybe a bear. What is with the supernatural version of Steve Irwin? Oi, crikey, what we have here is a level 3 sulfur spewing SOB. I'm a poke it with a stick. Oh, she's aggro now. You got pots and pans flying around and, horrific activity going on. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. Y'all, some of you people make me very, very tired. And I love you, but you make me tired because of things just like that. Now, let's see. Let's see. Last owners sold it really cheap for a reason. Wonder why. See, at that point I would have called in the Catholics. They're professional exterminators. They handle this sort of thing. Basic protection people. Learn it, love it, use it. Exactly. But she looked cute in the long white dress. Not to walk in a... Okay. Did you notice that the vast majority of the white dressed ghosts that appear before single men usually appear before single men, and they usually don't do anything to folks who don't mess around, but the guys who think it's an opportunity to get lucky, i.e. the siren types, you can just say, no, thank you, ma'am. Have a nice night, and walk on by. Walk on by. Because the guys who get gobbled, I look at all the stories all over the place. There are things that lure guys who are looking to have a little more activity than perhaps they should, with people perhaps they shouldn't, a lot into the woods, and then they get in trouble. Just don't do it. Also, be careful mixing systems. Right as rain on that one too. No one stick to it. Click on it. Just lock down. Supernatural advice. Talk to the professionals. Have you ever noticed I sure have a lot of ordained and reverend folks in my circle? And then I ask who's actually kind of in it for the business and who's in it just to marry people. I never do anything for just one reason, folks. The psychic damage is visible. I'm going to stop, maybe. Please do. And the only reason I say that is because, see, I know something about you, Johnny. And even though you can be uh, your persona can be delightfully problematic. You're also one of the most practical, pragmatic minded people when things are serious that I've ever met in, online. We've had many discussions, and I know you are fully capable of turning off the Charm, picking up a stick or other implement, and going out and sorting people out, or more likely, just getting the heck out of Dodge. It's part of why I respect you. I was at an age when we lived in that house where I wasn't willing to say anything because I didn't want to seem like a baby. But yeah, that house was bad. Been there. It's rough, and it's rough when you're the only one that you have to deal with it. You go, girl. That's the spirit. I'll tell you the full story sometime, though, Nick. If you want, it might be good story fodder. I would love to hear it. I absolutely would love to hear it sometime because I love hearing about these things from a good to know standpoint. It's been an article of study of mine for a long, long time. And I studied it and I figured out what I need to know, and I leave it alone these days. Other than around this time of year, I start warning people not to be stupid in hopes of preventing the seasonal stupidity that seems to overwhelm everyone. Because, because of folks like that, I have to sleep with a do not disturb going on my phone, because for a while there, people would be stupid, and then at 3 a.m. when I had to work, I'd get calls. Oh, I was stupid. Well, did you know you were being stupid? Yeah, don't be stupid. Well, I made a mess. Yes, and now you need to clean it up, because sometimes, in the words of a old friend of my dad's and one of my dad embraced, if you're going to be stupid, you have to feel pain. System damage is painful and long-lasting. Having multiple bloodline systems fighting is worse. Yeah. It's hard to figure out what your nature is in this sort of thing when you have a complex nature. And that's why I encourage people to, for the most part, just leave it alone. At the end of the day, it's not worth dying over. And the blame for the mess is mine, so I can put it on whoever I want. Well, at least you're honest about it, Johnny. I respect that. But you know what? It's been a while, so I'm going to run an ad. Let the comments catch up, and we're just easing into the spooky season. Let's see. Oh, spooky ads. Well, Carl's not here, but I'm going to run Matt Gasser. Matt Gasser was a great story and a wonderful adventure. And Carl's a great author. Oh, we got comments. Let's see. I have to do work, so I'll talk to you some other time. Have a great day. You too, Robin. We'll chat more. I'm glad that you're feeling better and are sociable. Let me just put that away. And folks, I hope you're been having fun with this little extra edition of spookiness, but it is getting pretty late on me too. So what I think I'm going to do is run a couple more ads, and then I will probably call it, because I just got a message that I will have to deal with. So here's an ad for a great artist who's doing wonderful things. I'm very proud of her. And then we'll throw something else, and I'll wrap it up unless you guys manage to rope me into another great conversation. Hiccups, he says.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel. But otherwise, I am Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Folks, and with the idea of letting us art, I think I'm going to get back to mine a little bit, and since I'm having apparently a very quiet morning, hope you guys had fun with this one. Stay safe out there. Keep creating, keep drawing, keep writing, because when you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. We'll see you Friday for another episode of Nevermind The Furthermore. Same Nick time, same Nick channel. Toodles.